Hello? Hello, 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 hello. Hello? This is a bear. And there's a gam. There we go. Took a little longer than expected. Hello! We're back! Both in terms of it's a stream and also in terms of it's the ass attorney. Not the ass attorney, that's something different. Hi, Kira, please be safe. Drive safe. Do not distract yourself with fripperies. Me. Welcome. It's the Ace Attorney Phoenix Wright. We're here. We're continuing with the third case, I want to say. Is it the third case? I think it's the third case. I don't know how many there are in the game. I think 5. But yes, we are investigating still the murder at the TV studio. The star of the show was stabbed. No, the star of the show was arrested for stabbing the villain. Or the actor who played the villain. And basically we've managed to prove that not only could he not have done it, but all of the people who were, had an alibi for being somewhere else. Turns out that's where the murder happened. So now they're all under suspicion, so we have to completely change our frame of reference. And I still have a feeling that my initial gut reaction was correct, at least about some of the things. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. But yeah, I can't remember how we proved that, but we did. Oh, it was the kid, right? Something to do with the kid wanting to take photos, but he didn't because he didn't know how the camera worked. I don't know how that helped us, but it did. I have a memory. Sometimes it works. I don't know. Anyway, so now the people who are under suspicion are the people who were by Studio 2 at the time of the murder, which include the director, the producer, and the bigwigs, and possibly some other people. I don't know. Something we have yet to ascertain. But yay! We can continue. Episode 3, day 3. We're on 2 3s. 3. Save slot 3. We've literally just started day 3. We finished courtroom day 2, and now boom, we're here with hopefully a summary. That was a close one, huh, Mia? Really? Oh, too bad. I'm sorry, I missed it. Maya! Yeah, because Phoenix, did you forget that it's Mia's dead and Maya is a medium and... Never mind. I'm not going to assume Phoenix knows anything. So, what happened? Well, I think I got a pretty good idea who did it. Now all I need is a motive and proof. Wow, good going, Nick! Under the initial trial system, tomorrow is the last day we have. That's my favourite contrivance in this game. Just, there are too many cases going around, so every case has to be done in 3 days. Nonsense, love it. Initial trial? What's that? That's the new court system they introduced 2 or 3 years ago. They had so many cases in the system, they decided to speed the whole process up. So, under that system, trials have to end in 3 days? Yeah, pretty much. Well, we've no time to waste. Let's examine my office. No time to waste. It's a nice day outside. The hotel across the way is always full these days. There's the bellboy, happily cleaning the room. Probably nothing's changed in here, but it does reset everything for some reason. Just click through, see if there's anything new. You never know. Cool. Let's have a chat. The Steel Samurai, that's the name of the TV show, and the hero, the person who was, framed for doing it. Maybe framed? I don't know. It might have been an accident. I don't think it was an accident. But we'll see. I don't get it, man. There he is. Oh no, he was given sleeping pills. Of course, this was a deliberate thing. Well, maybe that wasn't a frame for murder, because I think this guy gave him sleeping pills. This is the guy who got killed. He gave him sleeping pills to fall asleep so he could put on the costume and pretend to be him. My assumption is that he was doing that to pretend to be him, to then go up to the producers and directors and the bigwigs who are all having an important meeting, act like a complete arse, get into a fight, then run back here, take the outfit off, and then this guy will get fired, and then he could take over the main role. That's my assumption of what he wanted to happen, but unfortunately, the fight ended with him falling on a railing. That's my guess. And then they had to cover up the murder somehow. Or they had to cover up the death. I don't think it was deliberate. All suspicion at this point, that's just my guess. But, anyway. At some point, it's gonna come back to the fact that the murder weapon was held together with duct tape. That's gotta be important. It couldn't possibly have impaled someone, so it must have fallen on the bent railing that looks like a spear. Anyway, this might be a red herring. I don't know. I don't trust these games. Anything can happen. Could be aliens. Why would Mr. Hammer steal the Steel Samurai costume? What? You mean Mr. Hammer was wearing the costume? Yeah, but Mr. Hammer was the victim, Nick. Yeah, we really need to write down notes for you when you're in your possession state. So, anyway, why would he go through the trouble of stealing it? That's what we have to find out. Jealousy. I bet it was a plan with the security guard because she has a thing for him and is annoyed that he's not as famous as he used to be. Hey, Oobs. How you doing? We're just chatting with Maya, who has forgotten everything, which is a convenient system for recapping what happened in the previous days. How are you doing? You alright? The director's alibi. What happened with the director's testimony? Well, it's pretty clear that the producer and director were both in the trailer. Huh. Which means that the killer has to be one of them. Really? Why? Because the real scene of the crime was Studio 2, where the trailer is. What? Was Maya always this excitable? Any ideas? Why are we asking her if she has any ideas? She literally missed the second court case. You're doing good. That's good. Well, have you noticed anything that might help us? I can't see what's going on when Mia's here. So no, I haven't noticed anything. Right. Maybe we should go talk to WP. WP. Powers, right, yes. That's the guy who was, who is under trial, or is being trialed? Is the trial's happening for him, to him, upon him, something like that. Following a real-life court case, and the buffoonery is comparable to this game. Well, that's scary. To the detention center. Hey, how you doing? October 19th, detention center, visitor's room. Oh, Mr. Wright, you did very well again today, thank you. Oh, thanks, that was yesterday. Could you not look like you're about to burst into tears? Wow, Nick, you must have really wowed him in there. Could you wipe that grin off your face? Hey, WP, only 1 day left. Let's make it count. It is. Defendant. Heels. Yeah. No, there's not really anything I can do to help. I'm not really sure what I can do either. Well, at least she's self-aware. That's something. Please, this is no laughing matter. Examine Theo. This guard monitors the visitor's room. He seems frozen in awe of Will Powers. Ooh. They cheese? Smile for the camera. ... Just know that there was an incident of the police collecting blood samples in snow in uncovered solo cups and transported in a brown paper grocery bag. This is... If this cropped up in this game, I would be angry. Oh dear, alright. Let's have a chat. Producer Vasquez. Could you tell me more about Miss Vasquez? Oh, the producer? Oh, she's well respected in the industry. They say she's a genius. A genius? She's been at the Global Studios for 5 years now. Right or wrong, nobody dares tell her different these days. Why is that? Oh, ever since she came on board, we've had nothing but hits. Global Studios was on its knees, but she picked it up and made it shine. Oh, and what? Nothing. Forget it. Why, at this point, are you still withholding information? I've only heard rumours, anyhow. It's important, tell me. Can you tell me anything about Mr. Salmonella? Oh, he used to be a minor straight-to-video director. There's also a leaf blower involved, if that makes it better. No, it doesn't, frankly. If they were using the leaf blower to blow the solo cup around. There's something in his work caught Miss Vesquez's eye. She brought the Steel Samurai idea to him. Now everyone knows the name Salmonella. Oh, here he's pretty much at her beck and call, though. Whatever she says jump, he asks how I and all that. No, that'd be crazy. I can imagine him being at that beck and call, though I can't imagine him jumping. Wow. Mr. Hammer. I was wondering about Mr. Hammer. He was a big star back in the day, right? But then he just dropped off the face of the earth? Oh, yeah, you're right. In fact, he was my role model when I started in this business. But he just stopped taking on big roles. That's when he began appearing in little productions at Global. How could he do that? Your attention is now on the game. Which one? I was really looking forward to a sequel to Samurai Summer. He just gave up being a star 5 years ago. No, there was an event. I don't know what it was, but I'm sure there was one. Actually, now I think about it, that was right when Miss Vasquez came to Global. 5 years ago. Or maybe a spurned lover or something like that? She's like, haha, you're not gonna get any roles. Haha. Oh, both Hades and this one. Nice. Is it Hades 1 or 2? You playing the new one? Anything interesting I can show you? Hey look, kids like you. Have you seen this, Mr. Powers? What's that? I ain't never seen these Steel Samurais in my life. These are the Steel Samurais that appear at live shows. The fanboy collected all the pictures himself. Well, seeing things like this really makes me think. I mean so much to these kids, you know. You do? So, back it up. One, you still haven't beaten it because you're not good. Oh no. I hear it's quite tricky. Cody's camera is probably not going to have anything to say, but I'll show it anyway. Excuse me. Thank you for showing me that, whatever it is. Oh, you don't know what digital cameras are either. Cool, I'll introduce you to the judge. The monkey head, samurai spear. There's nothing new from last time, so we'll just leave it at that. Cool, to the studio. Who's going to be there? Hi. Thought it might be. October 19th, Global Studios main gate. Hi. The old Winterberg sure is quiet today. You know, this place is really peaceful like this. Nick? I think her guard's down. Yeah? I bet we could even eat those donuts in the guard station if we wanted. You eat, you die. Whew, she's alive. And you semi-consistently get to the final boss now, so there's progress. Ooh, neat. Best of luck. Probably if I examine things here, she's probably going to hit me. Security guard station. Ms. Oldbag must like junk food. There's a mountain of it on the desk. You can see the computer that runs the security cameras. The computer itself? The computer that runs the security cameras. Huh? It looks like it's been turned off for the day. Overhead map of the studios. Right from here is the employee area. To the left are the actual film studios. Main entrance, have a police officer. Studio van, they carry things about. Anything new, nothing new, nothing new. Alright, can't put it off any longer. Let's chat. Producer Vasquez. I was wondering about D. Vasquez, the producer. Oh, the studio bigwigs love her. Trying to remember the voice. Just remember it's high-pitched. So she always gets her way. She seems bitter. Do you not like the producer? Look, the studio people don't want me talking about her, so sorry. Director Manella. Can I ask you about Sal Manella, the director? Sal? He's a pushover. does whatever Vasquez tells him to. She treats him like dirt, but I think he likes it. Don't look at me like that when you say that. Huh? Why would anyone like being treated like dirt? That doesn't make any sense, does it, Nick? Nope. No, it doesn't, Maya. Oh, Maya. Mr. Hammer. About Mr. Hammer. Ah! I heard about what you said today, cheeky whippersnapper. Poor old Hammer. You drag his star down from the sky and stomp on it. Calling him a criminal, a thief. I won't forget this. Oh, she's really pissed this time. You listen to me, whippersnapper. My poor old Hammer would never do such a thing. Why would he steal Powers' costume so he could sneak by me? He would never stoop so low. It's impossible. Okay, so she wasn't in on it. Thought she might be. I guess not. You're not gonna be interested in that. We're gonna leave. Bye. Employee area. Is there anything new here? October 19th. Global Studios employee area. I guess they're not filming today either. This is a crime scene, right? I did want to see them filming just one time. This trial will be over and done by tomorrow. You can come see them film later. I guess. This is where you found that bottle of sleeping pills, right? Huh? I wonder if there are any other clues lying around. Nope, there we are. No. That's willpowers. Moiter, isn't it? No. One day I will get this voice right on the first attempt. Moiter. It's not coming. I've just got to make noises until it happens, I think. You see the moiterer. I think that's it. You gotta start with the moiterer. We're talking about this on Sunday with the meowth, right? No touching. Eek. Oh, sorry, pal. Didn't mean to frighten you. Didn't mean. I almost had a heart attack. Guess I can be a little dramatic at times. I suppose it's the actor in me. Dramatique, indeed. Anyway, I'm here to examine the plate on that table. Wait, are you looking for sleeping pills? Yeah, pal, traces thereof. But he took 3 days, it's fine. All the D sounds, exactly. It takes a while, but I get that. So long as Will Powers and this guy aren't in court together, we're fine. Let's just do a quick examine, see if there's anything different. Great, still lying here. They've seen wisdom at last. They know if they fixed it, I'd just kick it off again. That poor assistant. The grate that used to cover the drain, it's a little bent. Half-finished backdrop for the stage. Looks like a castle, Neo Oldie Tokyo. One of those electric-powered bicycles. What's the point? Going up hills. Blah, blah, blah. It's a plate. The remains of the employees' lunch are scattered around. Everyone was probably too shocked to clean up. There's a T-bone on one of the plates, minus the steak. That has been pointed out, and there's a picture of it, which makes me suspicious that it should come up at some point. They've arrived at your destination and did pull over every time you type something earlier too. Be careful, Kiro, careful. We got the soup, you're doing great, yeah. Go with the candy chips gum. It's normal. Will Powers, sign on the dressing room door. That's frosted glass, that's the door. Cool. Let's have a chat, shall we? The plate. So, you're looking for traces of the sleeping pills. How? For a thorough examination, I gotta take the plate back to the precinct. But I have the capabilities to make a cursory examination right here. Our science guy gave me some testing solution. This reacts to the sleeping pills, see? If there's traces of it, it'll change color. Wow, neat! Well, Detective Gumshoe, what are you waiting for? Now, everything in due time, pal. Well, the testing solution on the plate changed color, all right. So the food on this plate has been laced with sleeping pills. Looks like it. Aha, found in the employee area. On it are traces of sleeping pills and a large bone. Stake plate added to the court record. The investigation. How goes your investigation?
To tell the truth, it's a real mess, pal. Some people think we should pursue the case we already have against Powers, and some people think we should switch suspects.
What do you think, Detective Gumshoe? Because we should probably do the opposite. If you remember right, this is the third case in this game. This version of the case has a game that has 5 cases, but the 5th case is twice the length of the rest of the game. Cool, we'll be playing this for a bit. Case 4 is pretty long too. Nice. Presumably only 3 days, but who knows? Ghosts get involved, it might get weird.
Well, pal, I hate to admit it, but I'm not sure I buy the case against Mr. Powers anymore. Kinda feel bad for Mr. Edgeworth, though.
Prosecutor Edgeworth. How is Edgeworth doing, by the way?
Mr. Edgeworth is out of control. He was in the waiting room and he crushed this paper cup with hot coffee in it. Coffee, sorry.
Whoa.
Talk about burns, pal.
Wow, the fury of Edgeworth. Yeah, crushing paper cups. Cups? Bottles? Say, whatever happened with that empty bottle?
Oh, the bottle of sleeping pills. Well, I got some good news for you about that. They found the victim, Jack Hammer's prints on the bottle.
So that means...
Yep, sounds like the one who put Powers to sleep was none other than the victim.
So I was right. Found on the table in the employee area bears Jack Hammer's fingerprints. Bears Jack Hammer's fingerprints. Something about that sentence. Sleeping pill bottle added to the court record. Fantastique. Thank you, sir. Pat, pat. Can we show him anything that might be interesting? Digital camera? Book? Probably. Well, what do you think about the murder weapon?
I'm guessing I know about as much as you. Guessing I know as much as you about. I'm guessing I don't know nothing. Okay, just leave it.
Cool. What do you do? I killed him. I confess. Ah.
Oh, hello.
What are you doing here?
Oh, I was just cleaning up the dressing room. I guess WP won't be using it anymore, so.
Hiding evidence?
But what? Why? But WP's innocent. Yes, and I'm really grateful for all you've done, but this week is the last episode of the Steel Samurai.
But what? No! Anything new? Someone was sleeping here.
Oh, sorry, I haven't cleaned up there yet.
You're hiding evidence. It's locked. I guess he doesn't open his window much. Regular suits, costumes, his own clothes, standard stuff. These have all been eaten at this point. Box of snacks on the table and must be given to employees. Completely empty. I think it feels Maya's eyes burning.
Hurry up!
Back of my neck. Oh my god. Maya, please. Calm down. It's Powers' bag.
I put all of WP's personal belongings in there. He'll be able to come and pick them up, right?
I'm sure he'll come, yeah. Gonna have to say it like that. They always have mirrors like this in dressing rooms. Oh, hang on, what was that? They always have mirrors like this in dressing rooms. I always check my hairdo when I look in the mirror. Not quite as spiky as usual, I see. Losing some spikes. Sorry. No, it's fun. It's good. I like it when that one happens because I'm just like, ah, God, wake up. The wig. There's an array of cosmetics here. This is the wig used in the Samurai Boogie Woogie. Wow, you remembered, Nick. Thanks to you. I didn't. Then again, I'm not working on this case as a lawyer, so I think I have an excuse. Mr. Hammer. I was wondering if I could ask you about Mr. Hammer.
Yes?
On the day of the murder, he went to Studio 2.
Huh? I thought he went to Studio 1.
He stole the Steel Samurai costume, too!
What? Why would Mr. Hammer do something like that? Oh. I guess the rumor must be true then.
The rumor?
Yeah, Ms. Vasquez, that producer, had some kind of hold on Hammer.
Blackmail?
She had some dirt on him. He'd do anything she said, apparently.
Some dirt? What dirt?
Dirt. You know, pad stuff.
I know what dirt means. Yeah, but You can excuse us for assuming you didn't.
About 5 years ago, they were filming a movie starring Mr. Hammer. They were using the new studio, Studio 2. Some sort of accident happened during filming. After that, they never used Studio 2 again. But they left the film set the way it was, too.
The film set? Was that trailer part of the film set then? Interesting. The rumor come out? Does Hammer is blackmail? The last episode.
What do you mean, the last Steel Samurai? I know it's the shock, but nothing can be done to save it now. Whoever really did kill Mr. Hammer also signed the Steel Samurai's death warrant.
No!
Also, I hear that Global Studios is going to change its programming. They're not going to make any kids shows anymore.
What? Why?
I don't know. It's sad, but that's what Global Studios decided.
Studio policy. Why aren't they going to make the kids shows anymore? Kids. Why is there going to make kids?
The studio bigwigs don't want the Steel Samurai around anymore. They want to forget all this ever happened. They want it quiet, you understand?
How can they just do that? What about all the kids who love the Steel Samurai?
It's okay, I'm sure the kids will be fine. They'll find a new hero to follow.
No, that can't be true. If the program just ends, they'll be heartbroken for sure. Nick, say something. Yeah. I think evidence rather than words is called for here. Here, take a look at this. This. Take that! We're just having a chat, Phoenix. You don't have to shove a book in someone's face and go, take that!
And this?
A fan collected all of these photographs. The kids love the Steel Samurai. The show shouldn't be cancelled just so some adults can save face. I would think you would understand that better than anyone. Despite how badly I'm saying it.
You're right.
Okay, but what can I do? Well, for starters, you can tell me something. Tell me what it is that Global Studios is so intent on hiding. Tell me about this accident 5 years ago.
Okay.
5 years ago. Take that, slam book right in our face. Kids love it. Pfft. Could you tell us what happened 5 years ago?
Well, I can tell you what I've heard. Apparently 5 years ago, someone died, and it was Hammer's fault.
Someone died?
It was an accident, of course. Anyway, the producer, Miss Vasquez, managed to hush it up.
And that's the dirt she had on Mr. Hammer?
And that's why Mr. Hammer would do anything Miss Vasquez asked him to.
But it was an accident, right? Why didn't they just make it public?
Well, you know Mr. Hammer was the big star back then. They were afraid about what would happen to his career if word got out.
I see.
You know who knows more about this? Miss Oldbag. She was here at the studios back then, you know?
Thanks, we'll try asking her. If she'll talk. Cool. Do you like steak? Do you like sleeping pills? Aha.
What's that?
An empty bottle of sleeping pills with Mr. Hammer's fingerprints on it.
Now I'm really confused.
But you did respond to it. Probably nothing else. Cool. Let's have a chat with Oldbag then. What? You're still slinking around? If you like the place so much, why don't you take it over for me?
The old windbag doesn't look so good.
Everybody's doing their darndest to forget Hammer. Who do they think that made Global Studios what it is today? Hammer! It's all due to Hammer.
She's starting to froth at the mouth, Nick. Maybe we should keep a safe distance.
5 years ago. Wanted to ask you about 5 years ago. Well, that went well. Who did you hear that from? Nichols!
There's no need for language like that.
Nichols? Nichols, Nick. Penny Nichols, the assistant we talked to.
Oh, right.
Oh, sorry, that was Phoenix. Oh, right. Let's just say a silent prayer of gratitude that this woman will never have access to Twitter. Anyway, we heard about the accident. It was during filming with Jack Hammer. He killed a man, didn't he?
Whippersnapper! Dredging up dirt on someone's past like that, and recently departed, no less. I suppose you think this is fun?
No, I'm just doing my job to protect Mr. Powers.
And you claim that Hammer stole Powers' costume? You expect me to believe that rubbish? Or do you have some kind of proof?
Proof that Hammer stole Powers' costume? Yes. Saving. I have proof. I'm sorry, Ms. Oldbag, but I do have proof. I can prove that Mr. Hammer stole Mr. Powers' costume, because his fingerprints are on this bottle of sleeping pills. Which is why... smash it in her face! Should have 10 alt accounts just to dox people, for sure. Here's my proof.
What? What's a little empty bottle supposed to prove?
It's a bottle of sleeping pills with Mr. Hammer's fingerprints on it.
What does that prove? I'm sure old Hammer had some sleepless nights. Where's your proof that he used those pills on Powers?
On the steak plate. Mr. Powers ate a T-bone steak for lunch, correct?
Well, yes. So?
This is the plate that he used to eat the steak. There are traces of sleeping pill powder on the plate. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out.
I see. Poor Hammer. You did wrong, Hammer. Rest your soul.
Miss Oldbag?
Okay, you win. I'll talk. I'm tired, see? Tired of holding it all in.
Miss Oldbag?
You're right. 5 years ago, there was an accident. A fatal accident. What's worse, a paparazzi took a photo of it. And that photo, well, caused quite a stir. And guess who made it all better? Vasquez. She has ties to the mafia. She silenced that paparazzi. And that was the beginning. After that, she became a force to be reckoned with here at the studio.
She's got mafia ties. Interesting.
I see. But you have to understand, poor old Hammer never meant any harm to anyone.
Miss Oldbag.
Hold on a minute.
Poor Miss Oldbag.
Here, take this.
A photograph.
Yes, look at it. Look at this photograph.
Ah, there we are. Wouldn't it be fun if he died on the same thing? But wait a second.
This is the picture.
Is this the trailer in Studio 2?
Hammer was supposed to fight with the bad guy on top of those stairs, huh? He pushed the other actor, and the man fell onto the flower box fence.
But how did you get this?
It was a long time ago. I don't much feel like talking about it.
I understand. Were you the paparazzi and you've been blackmailed into working? I don't know. Shows an accident involving Jack Hammer. 5-year-old photo added to the court record. Or were you a fangirl hiding in the bushes taking photos? Who knows? Well, that's important, I think. Nice. Yeah, this is a health and safety issue. Right, well, let's have an investigation of said studio. Nope, October 19th, Studio 1 entrance. Think back, Nick, to the day of the murder. Mr. Hammer was put on the Steel Samurai costume, then he left from here to go to Studio 2? Right. But why? I wonder if someone called him, like the director or the producer. Maybe they were trying... The studio did say that they were losing money. Maybe they're just trying to find a reason to shut the whole thing down. It was like, oh, the death of a star. Maybe. I don't know. You know, death of one star, framing of another. I don't know. Interesting. Examine. Camera. Security camera takes photos of everyone who comes through the gate. Doesn't seem to be switched on. Because why would you need security? Ambushed, maybe I'll sit down here for a bit.
This is exactly why I don't want to get old, ever.
I'm still young, I'm just tired. Had that conversation. Whoops. Studio 2 is down that way. Studio 2, the real scene of the crime. Hi, miss.
Say, Nick, how did you figure that out again?
Well, actually, it's a long story. I'll tell you another time.
No.
Bugger, I was trying to remember how we did it as well. How you doing, miss? You alright? How was Pontius Pilate's? I say as I need to blow my nose. Sounds great. Hope you had a lovely time. So far, well, I guess you already know this, but because you've seen this, I think. Cooking dinner now, though. What you got? Is it T-bone steak lined with sleeping pills? Or is it a 5-year-old photo involving an accident, showing an accident involving Jack Hammer? Blackmail. We can't go in there. We don't have a key. The entrance to Studio 1. This is the studio where they found Jack Hammer's body. I don't have the card key anymore, so I can't go there today. Misspoke when you mentioned the length of the fizz case. You meant it practically doubles the length of this game just on its own, not that it's double the rest of the game. Well, okay. We'll get there, I suppose. Mascot of Global Studios. His name is Mr. Monkey. Cool. Oh, Studio 2. Ah, here we go. October 19th, Studio 2 entrance.
Hey, Nick, it's Miss Vasquez. Hello. H-E-L-L-O. H-E-L-L-O.
Maya, you should at least try and be polite. It is not steak, sad times.
I am watching the clouds.
That's all she had to say, apparently. Cool. A light van for moving around equipment. They kept it in pretty good shape. Looks like it'll run fine.
Let's go for a drive!
Etc., etc. I don't have a license, but I have a attorney's badge. We chatted about this. An incinerator. Apparently they just put this one in. It's already covered in soot. They must not clean it much. Investigate it. They burned something in there. Like the costume or whatever. She's too hot to acknowledge you, yeah. Occasional hay fever pause will happen. Food. This is where Salmonella and D. Vasquez ate. There's nothing left on the plates.
Hey, so they ate T-bone steaks too.
Something wrong?
I don't know, I'm getting this funny feeling. Something about this just feels odd, you know?
Can't say that I do. I mean, where are the bones? Here's the fence. I knew someone died on this fence. I believe 2 people did, but whatever. There were some flowers here.
Wow, so pretty. They're taking good care of these.
Don't get too close. That fence looks dangerous. It does, rather. Someone died there. The trailer door is unlocked. It's not locked. On closer inspection, this trailer looks like it's been here for a while. 5 years. Don't think this is part of some temporary film set. Why did they keep this? These are like materials for making a movie set.
They've been sitting here for quite some time. This might as well be a junkyard.
Yeah, why are they leaving this place as it is? Is it just because, like... No, because if you wanted to cover up a crime, if you wanted to, you know, hide the fact that this ever happened, you get rid of this whole thing. I don't know. Interesting. Well, let's talk as much as we can to Ms. Vasquez.
Excuse me. Mr. Hammer came here on the day of the murder and...
Shh.
Perhaps you didn't hear me. I'm watching the clouds. I'm not interested in talking to you.
Do something, Nick. She's really ticking me off. Oh, dear. Will Powers.
Mr. Powers wasn't the killer. You don't have to cancel the Steel Samurai.
I think I'm tired of the Steel Samurai.
You did it! Nick, she did it! She's the killer!
My Fey blood speaks to me. I know it. I know it. Oh dear. Director Manella. Or Maniella. But I was wondering if you could tell me about Mr. Manella. If you must talk about that man, perhaps you could talk about it in the trailer. By yourselves. Oh. Oh dear. The one worry I have in this game is that I'm going to show somebody some evidence and they're going to steal it and run away. So I'm going to save just in case. She probably won't. When you spam pufferfish. Maya wants to inflate occasionally, it's fine. I think these characters are very genre savvy. But she's not even looking. Where? But what? Where did you get that? Well... Old bag. Old? She means the security lady, Miss Oldbag, Nick. Right. Well, anyway, Miss Vasquez, you hid this incident from the press, didn't you? And you used it to control Mr. Hammer. The wind. Huh? It's gotten stronger, don't you think? The wind. Your conversation interests me. Let's talk about it some more inside the trailer. Nick, she went inside the trailer. Cool, let's also go inside the trailer. You came. Well then, what was that you were talking about? Why is she so eager to talk all of a sudden? Miss Vasquez, you were using that accident. You were blackmailing Mr. Hammer so you could control him, weren't you? That's why he was doing the kids' show for petty change. So I'm a blackmailer now. Well, that's what it was, wasn't it? I mean, sure, it was an accident. But you used it to drag Mr. Hammer down from his rightful place as a star. Oh, I haven't pulled anyone down from anywhere. Mr. Hammer's career went sour of its own accord. But, you were the cause, you pressured him. And to think it was just an accident. Excuse me? What is all this about? You keep saying accident. How are you so sure? What do you mean? Must I spell everything out for you? Think, what would it be if it wasn't an accident? No. No way. You mean Mr. Hammer did it on porpoise? That is what I mean. Where's your proof? Can you prove it? Just think. Would he have let me run his life for 5 years over a mere accident? And I ran him hard, believe you me. But the security lady said it was an accident. Oh, well, she was a big fan of Hammer's, you see? She jumped on the reporter who brought that photo into the studio. She wrenched it out of his hands, she did. Gave him a few bruises, too. So that's why she had the photo. She's an old fool. Of course, all the reporter would need is the negatives. He could have made a copy. But he didn't. The only copy of that photo is the one you hold. Give it to me. Now. What? This is valuable evidence. Boys. Aha, here we go. I told you something like this would happen. Oh dear. On porpoise. Who are they? Professionals. They are good at erasing various things. What do you think? Would you like to be erased? What? The trial ends tomorrow. How unfortunate. It's a shame you will have to miss it. Tell me why. Why do you want this photograph so badly? This is Mr. Hammer's dirt, no? Why should D. Vasquez care about it at all?
I'm sure you will have plenty of time to think about that where you are going. So long, friends. Boys, it is the way. No! And then we died. The Moida, yeah. Hold it right there. I heard everything, pal. D. Vasquez, you're coming down to precinct with me now. Not bad. Very well. It appears this contest will be decided tomorrow then, in court. I'll be looking forward to it.
Honestly thought that was a game over, but there we are.
Hey, you okay, pal? Sorry, I was a little late with my entrance. Don't get many chances to practice that sort of thing.
Detective Gumshoe? Thank you. I was really scared.
Huh? Don't mention it, pal. I was just doing my job.
Detective Gumshoe?
Sorry, it's just... I wanted to say that line ever since I became a detective. Okay, I got one more job to do today. I'm sure we'll run into each other again soon.
Give him a hug. Thinking about Meowth really does help with Gumshoe. Bye, boys, and raise yourselves. Must be a novelty for Gumshoe to do his job. Bless him. Well, Nick, looks like we're getting close to the bottom of this. And who's at the bottom? D. Vasquez. Did she do the murder? To be continued. Love Gumshoe. Yeah. Adore Gumshoe, but he is indeed an idiot. Saving. Continuing. October the 20th, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 4. We keep swapping courtrooms.
Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Today will be the final day of this trial. I hope both the prosecution and the defense will be able to present decisive evidence. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement.
Come to a cop there, like, really? Detective, exactly. It's ACAB, not ADAB. Don't dab.
In yesterday's session, the defense presented us with a new theory for this case. He claims that the scene of the crime was, in fact, Studio 2. Today, I will call on people present at the Studio 2 trailer that day. From their testimonies, the truth will become clear. Very well.
Edgeworth seems a bit on edge today. And he's got burn marks on his hands. Looks as much of a cop as Nick and Edgeworth are lawyers. Honestly, Phoenix is more of a cop at this point. He's doing the actual detective work.
You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution calls Ms. D. Vasquez to the stand. Ms. D. Vasquez is a producer who was present in the Studio 2 trailer that day.
And as much as the judge is a judge. Fair. Good point.
Will the witness state her name and occupation? D. Vasquez. I am a producer for Global Studios. On the day of the murder, you were in the trailer in Studio 2. As everyone here knows, yes? Oui? I dislike needless banter. If you must pontificate, do it when I'm not here.
Your pride already, Edgeworth.
Very well, Mr. Vasquez. Please give the court your testimony concerning the day of the murder.
Nick, I know she did it. Make her pay. Right. If she's guilty, I'll catch her with her pants down, so to speak. Phoenix? The day of the murder.
I entered the trailer, a little before noon. The meeting began at 12 o'clock sharp. It ended at 4. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. At 2:30, we took a 15-minute break in the meeting. Sal and I ate T-bone steaks on the table in front of the trailer. We found Emma's body later, where we all went to Studio One. That is all.
You get any videos of real lawyers reacting to Ace Attorney recommended to you on YouTube, and you're so scared of watching them might die of secondhand embarrassment. Come on, this is as much lawyers as Doctor Who is a doctor. It's fine. No one's taking this seriously.
I have a question about one part of your testimony.
Bloody hell. You were listening?
You were fatigued, so you had Sal take you.
The van. There is a van at Studio 2.
There is.
I had him take me in that. I thought it might be risky to walk, what with the monkey's head toppling over.
Van. Malala used this van to drive Vasquez to Studio 1 after the meeting in the trailer. Convenient way of transporting a body.
I see. Very well. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination.
This is the final battle, Nick. Let's do it. Mia's not here, though, so...
The day of the murder. Entered the trailer, a little before noon.
Be precise. By yourself?
Yes.
And you didn't stop in the employee area?
No.
You were always this terse. That's not relevant, Phoenix.
Yes.
Oh, no.
The meeting began at 12 o'clock sharp, it ended at 4.
Insert Pokemon battle music here. Let me just remind myself what we have. Death to be dragging one leg, that was a 2. Guide map, murder weapon. Log the path to the scene of the crime between 2:15 and 4. It's photos, digital camera, incident involving Jack Hammer, fingerprints. Let's take place there. I don't think there's anything to find here, but frankly at this point I should probably investigate everything. Who knows with this game? Did no one leave during the meeting?
No one.
Come on, let's talk a bit more about that.
The witness did not come here to engage in idle conversation. Stop interrupting the testimony. The same could be said to you, Mr. Edgeworth. And please stop banging on your little desk. It hurts my ears.
Stop trying to take the high ground, Edgeworth.
There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1.
Press. When exactly was that?
I've forgotten.
Maybe you could try remembering?
No. The meeting ended at 4 o'clock and the rehearsal was scheduled for 5. I would think it was between those times.
You would think? Come on, all you did was state the obvious, Edgeworth.
I was fatigued.
Explain the fatigue, please. Hold on. You had Sal take you? What does that mean?
It means what I just said. I had Sal take me in the Studio 2 van.
Oh, all right. 2:30, we took a 15-minute break in the meeting. Discuss. Boom. And what were you doing during that time?
Don't hit your desk. It irritates me. Yeah, Mr. Wright. It was a 15-minute break.
Hold it. Do you have someone who can verify this?
Sal.
No, I mean someone else.
One person is enough.
If she committed murder during that break, she wouldn't have had time to eat a T-bone steak. If I had some evidence to prove she didn't eat that steak. Well, Nick, find anything? Kinda wish she said a little more. It's hard. I think she's pretty used to being the boss.
But I'm sure you'll find some kind of contradiction in what she said somewhere.
Well, do I have... Can I use this to point out that if you ate a T-bone steak, there would be bones? I kind of wanted the plate without the bones on it, right? Absolutely wolfing down a steak in 15 minutes. I mean, I wouldn't consider that too unusual. I am a fast eater. Then again, I don't eat bones. Right, let's go. Fatigued. Making a eating T-bone steaks. Let's try, shall we? Ha! As I thought. You claim you ate a T-bone steak. But I say you did not.
What's this now, Mr. Wright?
Look at this.
It's a plate.
This plate was on the table in the employee area. I assume we take photos of these, right? Guess you're exceptionally slow eater, probably biased. Yeah, we'll eat differently. You're probably healthier for it. As you can see, a large bone has been left behind.
Mr. Wright, need I remind you it was a T-bone steak?
Exactly my point. Remember, if you will, Ms. Vasquez and Mr. Manila ate at a table outside the trailer, where there was an incinerator where they could easily get rid of bones. Yet there were no bones left on the plates. The plates were bare. Ugh, she's angry. Ms. Vasquez, tell me, how could a person eat a T-bone steak and not leave the bone? I think I know how. Didn't eat the steak. You ate the bone tut. You didn't eat the steak, right? I mean, I'm saving anyway because there's this game. You're a T-bone steak. Stupid Edgeworth. You didn't eat the steak. You didn't eat any steak during that break. You took your steak and threw it somewhere, like that incinerator.
I see.
Is this his catchphrase? He says this a lot.
I see.
He says with eyes penetrating stone.
Then what was Miss Vasquez doing during her break?
Isn't it obvious, Your Honor? Meeting the Steel Samurai. She was meeting with the Steel Samurai. Also, should you be smoking in court?
Order. Are you saying?
Yes, Your Honor. As Miss Vasquez left the trailer to eat her steak, she ran into the Steel Samurai. And then you did it. Bang. You killed him with your own hands. Every time there's an incinerator on the property, it will be part of the case. Oh, obviously. Gotta get rid of the evidence somehow, you know. Think you eat quickly because you usually wait till you're absolutely starving before you remember to eat. That or it's a lingering defense mechanism from growing up with 3 siblings and fighting over food. Oh, no. I eat fast because I enjoy it more that way. I've tried eating slow. It's not as nice. The one exception is shortbread. For some reason, shortbread is way better eating it slow. I'm just throwing that tip out there.
Mr. Wright.
There are a lot of incinerators in these games. It's a valid, and a lot of clocks, apparently.
Isn't that a little presumptuous?
What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, Wright? Let him claim what he wants. You say I did it?
Yes.
Fascinating. And here I was worrying that today would be as boring as all the rest. Very well. Let us have a battle of wits, you and I.
Oh dear.
Stop banging your desk, edgy boy.
Stop edging the desk, bang boy. Any day, Vasquez.
Good luck, Nick. Let's see. What was that murder weapon again? Oh yes, the samurai spear.
Yes?
I am, as you can see, a woman of petite stature. How could I possibly use that heavy spear as a weapon?
I mean, you couldn't. That wasn't the murder weapon. Don't think you could. You couldn't. I think you would have a great deal of difficulty using that as a weapon. Pretty much anyone would. Ah, you see? Yes. However, that has no bearing on this case. Meaning? The samurai spear was not the murder weapon. What?
What is the meaning of this?
Kirby is the master of all.
The spear was found lying next to the victim's body.
I have proof, Your Honor. I can prove that the steel samurai was not used. The steel samurai spear, not the steel samurai. The steel samurai wasn't the murder weapon, it was the victim. I mean, I want to say this, that clearly there was, if the side of the murder was Studio 2, there's clearly something that can happen as a, you know, a death thing, murder weapon there. But at the same time, proof that it wasn't this, it's covered in duct tape.
Look at this graph.
Look at this graph. What happens in the muffin room? Okay, well, which is it then? Do I prove that the samurai spear was not used as the murder weapon? Not, I can prove what was used as the murder weapon. So I'm gonna say this: a break in the shaft has been mended with duct tape. Photo? The photo? I don't know. If I were making this game, I would make it so that one of these two is true, but the other one wouldn't penalize you because it's leading into the next one. That's how I would do it. The intrusive thought you had to fire all day, every day. Look at this graph. It says, I can prove that the samurai spear was not used as the murder weapon. This picture does not prove that it was not used as the murder weapon, it proves that these could have been the murder weapon. The fact that this thing is held together with duct tape probably should have been brought up sooner, frankly. That makes sense. Yeah, and that's why I'm worried, because I don't think this game doesn't care about sense. I just saved, it's fine, we'll go. Boom. Take that! I present my proof, the so-called murder weapon.
But that is the murder weapon.
Not so fast. Remember that this spear broke during the morning action scene run-through? But someone fixed the spear. It was the security lady. She fixed it with duct tape. Now tell me, how is it possible for someone to stab a man who is wearing a thick costume with this through the chest?
Order! Order!
Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? Think about what you're...
Silence. Silence. I am the one testifying here and I will be heard. Edgeworth, you are superfluous in this case. Are you quite sane? Are you even aware of what you're saying? Oh, sorry. Are you even aware of what you're saying? If the samurai spear was not the murder weapon, then pray tell what was. How was Amar killed? Again, my pan-European accent is traveling around quite a bit.
Well, Mr. Wright, can you tell us what the murder weapon used to kill Mr. Hammer was?
I can tell you. Would I make a claim like that if I couldn't tell you what the weapon was?
I'm afraid your confidence can sometimes be unfounded, Mr. Wright.
He's got a point. Graph, graph, graph!
Very well. Let's see this murder weapon then.
Bang! Look at this graph. Look at this graph. It's fine. Look at this photo. Graph.
What is this? Why, that's Jack Hammer standing on top of the stairs.
Did you know you don't actually need to prove what the murder weapon is in order to have a guilty verdict? I didn't know.
Order! Order! If I cannot have the order, this trial will be suspended. Mr. Wright, what is this all about?
This photograph is from 5 years ago. There was an unfortunate accident at Global Studios. This is a photo of that very accident. Not a word of this was leaked to the outside. It was a close-kept secret at the studios.
What does this have to do with the current case?
Mr. Edgeworth, you still can't see it? See the fallen man in this photo? See how the fence post pierced him through the chest?
What are you saying?
Yes. What happened 5 years ago? Has happened again! Bang. Oh. Bang, bang.
Mr. Wright, continue.
Thank you for that interjection, Judd. It's 2:30 p.m. on the day of the murder. Ms. D. Vasquez meets Jack Hammer outside the Studio 2 trailer. Then she did it. She pushed Mr. Hammer off the stairs and onto the fence. I don't think it was that simple. Just like Mr. Hammer had himself done 5 years ago. Though whether she did it on purpose or by accident, I can't say.
In other words, the victim, Mr. Hammer, he died in the same way that he caused another man to die. 5 years ago.
Precisely. Ironic, isn't it? See, we're wrong. Look at that face.
Oh. Very creative, Mr. Wright. I could use a man like you on my script writing staff.
You deny that what I said is true?
Mr. Wright, let's say for the sake of argument that Mr. Hammer died at the trailer, as you say. Yet the body was found in Studio 1, was it not? And in the evil magistrate's costume, no less. Are you then claiming that I carried the body to Studio 1 and returned to the trailer in the space of a 15-minute break? How could I have disposed of the body?
With a van!
The break in the meeting of the trailer lasted 15 minutes, from 2:30 to 2:45. Could Jack Hammer have been pushed off the stairs to his death, then carried to Studio 1 and placed inside his costume? There wasn't enough time.
Indeed.
Yeah, but you could hide it in the van first.
Well, Mr. Wright, how could she have dealt with the body?
She couldn't deal with it. She could move it. She had another way. These aren't hugely clear as to the kind of thing I'm aiming at here. I don't know which of these represents my idea. Just have some plausible enough beyond a reasonable doubt. Same for motive. Apparently you don't have to prove a motive, but like it can help. You're learning a lot in court. Nice. I want to say she had another way. How could she have dealt with the body? Bet she could move it. That sounds like Phoenix is trying to say she could do that in 15 minutes. That's not true. She couldn't deal with it. She had another way. She had another way, which is to hide the body in the van. Oh, she couldn't deal with it. She needed help. Which also goes for she had another way. You're going to give me multiple choice. Make sure they don't overlap. Well, I just saved, so I'm going to go with Miss. She couldn't deal with it. Someone else had to move the body. 15 minutes is kind of a short amount of time. You see, even I cannot do the impossible. Therefore, Mr. Wright, I didn't do it. Agreed? Not agreed. Huh? Okay. Quoi? What if she had another way to carry the body other than with her own hands? You know, had another way. What if she had another way? The third option. Bloody games, honestly. Mostly learning that you do not have the temperament to be a lawyer. You'll be lunging across the witness stand to shake 'em silly at the slightest provocation.
For instance?
Actually, for that matter, there was no need for her to do the deed in 15 minutes. And there was a way for you to carry that body.
Interesting. Let's hear it then.
Mr. Wright, please show us how she carried the body.
With a van. Seems reasonable. Take that! Why did you even tell me about the van? It wasn't even in my record until you mentioned it. Ms. Vasquez, you carried the body to Studio 1. And you used the studio van to do it. Recall your testimony.
There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. There was a van there, right? I had Sal drive me.
Is her tongue yellow? I don't know. Can I have a look? You used the van to carry the body to Studio 1. Then, before everyone else got there, you put the body into the magistrate costume. It's a bit orange, yeah.
Who Hold on, Wright. Don't forget, it was Sal Manella that drove the van. Are you suggesting that Mr. Manella was a conspirator?
Probably, yes. Again, carrying a heavy guy, I don't think she can necessarily do that. Then again, she does have 5 mafia thugs who could probably have done the job. Anyway, Edgeworth, you help us do the job. I'm still going to save that. Don't trust Edgeworth. Or myself. I think he was a conspirator in the sense that she had control over him. You know, there's sleazeballs in on it, yeah. Of course Sal Manella has to have been a conspirator. The body had to be placed in the van and put into the costume. There's no way Ms. Vasquez could have done that alone. Gross, yucky, yucky mouth. Also, don't forget, they had to dispose of the Steel Samurai costume. They had to, because it was covered in Mr. Hammer's blood. They probably burned it in that small incinerator. Well, Ms. Vasquez, shall I continue?
No need. You're smarter than you look, Mr. Wright. I lose. You win. It was fun.
I win? Yeah, good thing we checked the small incinerator for evidence, I know, right? Okay, see, here's the thing. There's one thing is in the back of my head. And I'm not going to mention it. But I'll let you know when it comes up. So, what happens next? Don't me. Don't you have anything to say?
What would you like me to say?
Huh? I lost? Something like that?
I just said that.
Wait, so you mean... D. Vasquez? So it was you? You killed Jack Hammer? This was a weird case.
Who can say?
Huh?
Are you sure I did it? Mr. Wright, we just engaged in a battle of wits. And the results of that battle, you proved the possibility that I murdered Hammer.
Right.
But that is only a possibility. Proof is another thing altogether. You lack this decisive proof, Mr. Wright.
What? Yeah, you didn't think about that, did you? When you said, literally said in court, maybe she murdered, maybe she didn't, maybe it was an accident. You forgot about that bit, didn't you?
Order. Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts?
Of course. It's as the witness says. Certainly. It does seem very likely she did it, but there's no proof.
Edgeworth isn't sure.
Well, I came here as a witness today. If you've no more questions, I'll be leaving.
What to do now? Testify again. That's my thing. Circumstantial proof is also enough to convict. Yeah, usually. After all, every incident is a circumstance. Need to start bringing wet wipes on your babysit child. Has chocolate all over his face and your hands are now gross from cleaning it off. No chocolate! Don't put it on the face, you put it in the mouth. Saving. Our entire basis of interrogation requires a testimony. She needs to testify again. I'd like you to testify again.
Testify again?
A lot of new evidence has just come to light. I would like you to testify exactly what happened, now that you have admitted that this happened.
No, then to give up, Mr. Wright. Think about it. Even if I were to testify again, what is the point? I can only say what I said before, the truth, Mr. Wright. I've already said all there is to say. What would happen if I said it again? You'd ask the same questions, get the same answers. A waste of time.
Boom. Damn. Damn. To come so far, I need to fail. Why are you letting her say that?
It seems there are no further questions. I would like to end the cross-examination of the witness, Ms. Vasquez.
Aha! Boy Frank coming in for the kill.
Yes, Mr. Edgeworth?
I was hoping to come up with a question while I was objecting, Your Honor.
Oh, Edgeworth. Oh.
I didn't.
Oh, the writing in this game's good.
I see. Very well.
Objection!
Your Honor, I request that the witnesses testify again.
You are the prosecutor, are you not? Why are you badgering me? I'm your witness.
I just want to hear your testimony again.
Does this make any sense to your honor? Well, you are now under suspicion of the murder, and he's a prosecutor, so yes. I don't see as that we have anything to gain by repeating the last several minutes.
Mr. Edgeworth, I too see little point in making Ms. Vasquez repeat herself. What exactly would you want her to testify about?
Well, yes, Indeed. Verily, I say. Ergo, I want to hear about what happened after they found the body.
After they found the body? Very well. The witness will testify to the court concerning this matter.
Okay. Interesting. Literally not considered this at all myself, but we'll see where it goes.
Nick, why did Edgeworth...
Who knows? He probably realized she did it too.
But wasn't he the one that said he always gets a guilty verdict? After all that?
Edgeworth. Yeah, he wants a guilty verdict from her. The prosecutor. We get people off. He prosecutes. We're a team. We proved that the person who was accused didn't do it, and he proved that the person who we found did do it. I hope this is a recurring theme. After finding the body.
I was with Sal and Oldbag, the security lady, when we found the body. The assistant was there too, only Powers was absent. I immediately called the police, then Powers showed up. The security lady, Oldbag, was quite agitated, pointing at Powers, saying he did it. I asked to be left out of the proceedings. I went back to the trailer to get my scripts and direction notes. Then I went home.
He's in love with us, Maya, and dinner would be awkward if he didn't help us.
I see no issues raised by this testimony. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination.
Okay, Nick, we're close, real close. She may be acting tough now, but if you put her on the spot, she's sure to falter. Find the key you need and twist the truth out of her, Nick.
Right. Sure. Cross-examination after finding the body. I was with Sal and Oldbag, the security lady, when we found the body. Explain! Explain everything. What time was that?
We were to meet at 5 o'clock for the rehearsal, so I'd say it was then.
When exactly did you and Mr. Maniello arrive at the studio?
About 10 minutes before. I wasn't stuffing any bodies into costumes, mind you.
It had to be a costume switch because there was somebody got impaled through the chest, but there was no blood on the floor. I want to press harder, but I don't trust this game. So I'm gonna save. Press harder. Where were the other employees when you got to the studio?
They weren't there yet.
Boom! Bang! Do that just to annoy her. Well? Then you could have put Hammer in the costume with Salmonella's help.
Oh? What did I just say? Did I not just say I wasn't stuffing any bodies into any costumes? You should try to listen to what people are saying, boy.
Boy?
The witness will continue her testimony.
The assistant was there too, only Powers was absent. Mr. Powers was taking a nap, correct?
So he says.
Did no one go to call him?
Remember.
Remember what?
There was a dead body lying in front of us, yet you expect me to be calm?
You certainly seemed calm enough when I accused you of murder.
Prasad.
Wait a second, wouldn't that be the other way round?
The other way round?
You discovered a murdered body and one person was missing, right? Wouldn't you normally go looking for the missing person?
I have to agree with the defense on this one. Well, Miss Vasquez?
Logically speaking, perhaps. But no one was thinking very logically, I assure you. Also, without his steel samurai costume, Powers doesn't really stand out. We often left him on the bus when shooting at location. No one noticed he was missing.
Poor Powers. Have you seen him? He doesn't stand out. He's like 7 foot tall and looks like a werewolf.
Well, I suppose that explains that. Very well, Miss Vasquez, you may continue.
I immediately called the police, then Powers showed up.
Hold it. When was this? What was everyone else doing at the time? I like how my question is always different to Phoenix's. He's the giant werewolf, man. Big old sweetie. Another one needs a hug.
No one said a thing. It was silent, completely silent. So we stood there until Powers finally arrived on the scene. Sorry I'm late. Then silence. Dead silence. 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 Hey, Nick!
Why is everyone so quiet? Someone should do something to lighten things up.
The security lady all back was quite agitated, pointing at Powers, saying he did it.
Hold it. Old bag, the security lady. Why did the security lady think Powers had done it?
She said because she saw him go towards the studio.
Right. Steel Samurai. Prasada. My, this is a murder trial. Someone call Mia. Did the detective arrest Mr. Powers based solely on the security lady's word?
Perhaps not. She seems to have also given the detective that photograph. Of course, I had all this after the fact.
That photograph, meaning the one taken by the security camera.
She's not known for exhibiting the best sense of judgment when it comes to ammo.
Lamau, who died? Maya, apparently. No, I don't think there's anything in here I can use. It has to be left out of proceedings. That's a very interesting one. I asked to be left out of a criminal investigation. You asked to be left out?
Yes. It seems that everyone else was questioned. And I'm really not fond of that sort of thing.
But you can't just decide who the police will and won't question.
Thankfully, the studio thinks otherwise. They were nice enough to understand that since we were in a meeting, there was no way we could have been involved. Thus, they covered up for us.
Covered for you? Or covered it up for you? Luckily, Phoenix picked up on my incorrect reading of that sentence. Thanks.
Yep.
There must have been a lot riding on it with all those bigwigs at the meeting. I'm sure her professionals helped convince everyone they didn't require questioning.
I went back to the trailer to get my script and direction notes.
Hold it. The script and your direction notes. Why would you need those if your deuteragonist is dead?
Yes, they're quite valuable. I wouldn't want to have them stolen.
No, I guess not. Wait a second. I thought you came to Studio 1 for a rehearsal. Why didn't you bring your script and notes?
Well, I was under the impression that we wouldn't be able to rehearse anything.
Why? There was a murder, after all, which you knew about before you got there.
Who could think of rehearsing after that?
Oh, yeah, I guess.
Very well. Miss Vasquez, please continue.
Edgeworth? Thank you.
Your Honor, I have an objection to the witness's last statement. Think. Miss Vasquez, she said she didn't bring the script there because there wouldn't be a rehearsal. Don't you see what that means? She would have had to know about the murder before going to Studio 1.
Yeah, it's sort of orange. Looks like a bean.
Order, order! Mr. Edgeworth. What you have just said is a reasonable observation. However, I find it hard to understand why the prosecution would make such a move. Or are you thinking of a career change to the defense?
I appreciate the concern, Your Honor. I will stand by my statement, however, regardless of how the court sees my role here. Now, Ms. Vasquez, do you have an explanation?
Can't believe Edgeworth is helping me.
So the prosecution is in cahoots with the defense. What kind of court is this?
All right, well, everything's fine.
No matter. I think you misunderstood me. I had a perfectly good reason to believe that there would be no rehearsal.
Very well, the witness will change her testimony to reflect this reason.
I knew that Hammer was injured and I couldn't do any action scenes, so I left them behind.
How did you know about the injury?
How did I know? Sal. He told me.
Sal, the director.
You have to find something to peg this on her.
Here. Her here. Her here. Or everything we've done up till now would have been wasted.
I believe in you, Nick. Go get him.
Is it just going to be the same stuff if I press all? Or is this going to be a thing? So... Thank you, Kara. There's a reason Edgy helped you, and it's a silly reason. My assumption is that he's a prosecution, and now that he knows who the murderer is, he's like, yeah, I'll prosecute. But I'm sure there's something even stupider. It's this game. I don't know. I don't think any of this... Was Sal at rehearsals? I don't remember him being at rehearsal. I don't know. How did the director know Sal hurt himself? Neither of them were at the rehearsal. Yeah, but how would I...
Look at this graph.
Look at this graph. What? How would I bring that up? I'm just gonna go through again and press. Oh, the photo. Photo? What? Of him dragging his leg. Why would that show that the director wasn't there? It reminds me that there's an injury. 5 o'clock for the rehearsal, say it was then. Okay, so this is all the same. Back off for a sec. Do you have one of the rehearsal where he hurt himself? If I had that, then that would be good. But I don't think I do. I think that was just a kind of flashback image. What are we trying to prove? I kind of want to prove, because at the end, she said, immediately called the police, Powers showed up, security lady, the old bag was quite agitated, pointing at Powers, blah, blah, blah. Asked to be left out of the proceedings. Went back to the trailer to get my script and direction notes. I knew that Hammer was injured and couldn't do any action scenes, so I left them behind. She said that because she claims Salmonella told her that Salmonella wasn't there during rehearsals either. And I don't know how to bring that up. Hang on, let me just go through this again. Got bit by an ant. What? Ooh. How'd you know about the injury? How did I know? Sal, he told me. Sal, the director. To find something here. Photo of him limping, that's where you're throwing your money. I think nature likes you. It's very rude. Nature is jealous for all the knowledge you have. I'm gonna press this again, now that we have more information, see if anything's changed. Okay, so that's the same. Okay, we're going through exactly the same cutscene. Objection with the state. We've already been through this, Edgeworth. Thank you very much. I appreciate it, but... This is the only thing that's changed. New Hammer was injured and couldn't do any action scenes, so I left them behind. I'm gonna save and try the photograph. I'm not convinced we'd have to do that now. It has to be on this. It has to be on this. This is the only thing that's different. Well, I can't say anything else, so let's try this. Objection! You knew that Hammer was injured. Okay, well, this might be. I think Miss got it. You think that's a little funny? I mean, it was the Steel Samurai who was injured. Oh. Yeah, sorry. I forgot. Hammer is not the guy we're defending. Hammer's the guy who died. And she just said that Hammer was injured. And he wasn't injured. Yeah, it's Powers, not Hammer, yeah. I completely missed that. This is... I have this when I'm, like, reading murder mysteries and stuff. I always forget names. It's terrible. It was Will Powers. That?
Mr. Wright, explain yourself.
Yes, yes. Mr. Hammer is dragging his leg in this photo. But that's because he was pretending to be Mr. Powers. Pretending? One person was injured in the run-through that morning. That person was Mr. Powers, not Mr. Hammer. Now, why did you think it was Mr. Hammer who was injured? I already said it was Sal who told me. That's right. He must have gotten it wrong. I think not. Mr. Manella was at the run-through that morning. He would have known it was Mr. Powers who was injured. He saw it happen. Why would he tell you the wrong person? At this point, she could just say, oh yeah, sorry, I meant Mr. Powers. No, this case, you're trying to help with that backseat game. I appreciate it. I do appreciate it. I'm fine with nudges when I'm sitting there going, ah. Ms. Vasquez! You saw Hammer limping. That just gives her an out. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying she should say, so I shouldn't say it. Given that apparently I'm now the prosecution. Actually, you didn't hear anything from Mr. Manella. You saw Mr. Hammer limping with your own eyes.
Yes, but wasn't it Mr. Powers who was injured?
Yes, but remember, Mr. Hammer was dragging his leg too. He was pretending to be Mr. Powers.
Ah.
And when was he doing this?
Well, it would have to have been after he put on the Steel Samurai costume and went to Studio 2, where he was murdered.
Exactly. Ms. Vasquez, you met him, didn't you? You saw the Steel Samurai limping. And Mr. Hammer was in that steel samurai suit. That's why you were confused. That's why you thought it was Mr. Hammer who had been injured that morning. Bang, bang, bang.
Order, order. I will have order.
Witness, can you refute this claim?
Yeah, let's see you sneak out of this one, Vasquez.
Very well. I have a question for you.
Why are the real killers always so persistent?
Why in the world would I want Mr. Emmer dead? Yes, he'd fallen on hard times, but he was a star. I had nothing to gain from his death. Nothing.
Yes, you would need a motive. Why would she have killed the victim? If there was a reason, it is unclear to this court. Does the defense have anything to say on the matter? In other words, can you prove she had a motive?
She's smiling at me. I don't think she knew it was Hammer. Or he confronted her with the blackmail, I don't know. And he's like, see, look, I could do this. But he was pretending to be Powers. Why would he pretend to be Powers? We still haven't really covered that. The noob say that sometimes you don't need a motive. Yeah. But also, I dropped things. But also, in the real world, court cases don't have to take 3 days. Saving. It looks much more intense when his eyes are covered. How would you know it was him under a full face mask while he's pretending to be someone else? Exactly, right? But also, I have no idea how to bring that up. Maybe it's just literally, if I say, of course I can prove it, I will then explain all of this. But I don't know if that's what the game's getting. But also, this feels like giving up. And maybe Edgeworth is going to come in and kick me and say, of course you can, try it again. I hate making decisions in these games. I don't think I can. I can't prove she had a motive for killing Hammer. Powers, maybe. But also maybe. Sounds like you can't prove it. Yeah, I don't think I can. Nick, no! Saying you can't prove it now would be admitting defeat. She'll get away. But what proof could I possibly have? I don't care if it's impossible. You still have to fight this one. Okay. I have proof, and I'll show it to you. Good, that was worth it. I present to the court evidence as to Miss Vasquez's motive in this murder. Is it this photo? Or is it this photo? I don't think there's anything else. I want to say it's this one. The motive being she didn't think it was Powers. Sorry, she didn't think it was Hammer. Save. I can't save. We saved just a second ago, it's fine. I reckon it's one of these two. Why would she want to kill somebody she has blackmail over? But also, again, she didn't think it was him. Lie to everyone. I'm gonna go with this one. Hopefully, I'm hoping Phoenix is gonna bring up the fact that she couldn't have known it was Hammer. So, yeah, I'm gonna go with that. Take that. Maya, look, this is it. Huh? What? Why are you showing that to me, Nick? And why are you whispering? was just testing it out on you. Huh? Well, I'm afraid your test results are negative.
Mr. Wright,
Yes, Your Honor.
hurry up with it.
We have a certain tempo we have to maintain here.
Well, I'm glad I got to see that a little bit. She was blackmailing him. What an interesting thing to say. Yeah, but again, I don't think that's a... I don't think it's true. It's a motive, I guess. But no, it's not a motive, because why would you kill someone you're blackmailing? Present to the court this. No. This is my proof. This is... Oh,
This is the photo from before.
no, hang on. Hang on a minute. I have a new hypothesis. Okay, I got another way round this could work. We'll see. He's smiling at me. This photo reveals the motive in this murder. I'm right, aren't I, Miss Vasquez? 5 years ago, Mr. Hammer was at the height of his fame. With the Vasquez's help, a terrible accident was swept under the carpet. Ladies and gentlemen, this case is currently up for trial. It began on that day, 5 years ago. Ironically enough, that accident precipitated Mr. Hammer's fall. His fall from stardom.
His guilt weighed him down, no doubt.
However, you, D. Vasquez, used Mr. Hammer. You made him work for you for petty change.
Bringing us to the present day and Mr. Hammer's last role as the evil magistrate.
Yes, undoubtedly it was a constant source of shame for the ex-star.
One moment, Mr. Wright. We're talking about motives here, yet you have only talked about Mr. Hammer. It almost seems as if it was Mr. Hammer who had killed D. Vasquez, not the other way round. What motive would Miss Vasquez have?
Yes, that is right. According to what you say, I would have no reason to kill Hammer. He was a good source of income for me. And I never get rid of useful men. It's a policy of mine.
Mr. Wright, please explain Miss Vasquez's motive for murder.
Several ways round this could work. Save. All the saving. We've saved a lot today. I want to say she had no motive because she didn't think it was Hammer. Jeez, Hammer. They swapped bodies. He's an actor. He's pretending to be Miss Vasquez, and he killed her because of the blackmail. Oh, I hate games where I have to make decisions on stream, even though I've just saved. Okay, reveal evidence. We could show the photo, again, of the guy dragging his leg and say that Miss Vasquez could not have possibly known it was him, but that doesn't give us a motive. I don't think she had a motive, because she didn't think it was him. Follow my heart. Well, last time somebody said that in chat, I was wrong. So... I'm going with she had no motive. I want to try and bring into this case the fact that she didn't think it was Hammer. She thought it was Powers. Do a Scooby-Doo facepalm and reveal she's actually a 250-pound muscle-bound man. Exactly. I'm going with she had no motive. She had no motive, Your Honor.
What's that now?
It was Mr. Hammer who was out for blood. All Miss Vasquez did was push him off the stairs, in self-defense.
What's that now?
It's simple. Mr. Hammer was intending to kill Miss Vasquez. Oh. That could have worked as well. What? He didn't immediately start a fight. What? Your Honor. Jackhammer drugged Mr. Powers with sleeping pills. Jackhammer snuck into the dressing room and stole the Steel Samurai costume. Jackhammer wore the costume to fool the security lady into thinking he was Powers. Then Jackhammer made his way to the trailer. And for what purpose, you ask? To kill Dee Vasquez, who had so cruelly taken advantage of him all these years. She's angry. Oh no! She broke a stick. So, you did do it, didn't you? Yes. I am guilty. It was me. Someone call an ambulance. I don't know if that's you. There's blood everywhere. We're too late. Miss Vasquez. What happened here? Oh no, this is the guy. This is... Oh, I don't know what the victim sounds like. Manuel fell from the trailer stairs. Manuel? Miss Vasquez, please try to remain calm. No. How could this? It was an accident. Must have an accident. No, Manuel. Don't touch him, Miss Vasquez. No. Please don't die. Please. Remember that voice that'll come in handy. What, this voice? Miss Vasquez. Congratulations, Mr. Wright. I lose. Again. Well, I came up with like 3 different theories over the course of that trial, and none of them were right. Again, I was right from the beginning. I had the plan of like, okay, this guy is trying to pretend to be Powers so that he could. Well, originally I thought it was just so he could get the guy fired. Didn't realize it was so he could frame him for murder. But whatever.
Mr. Edgeworth, where's Dee Vasquez?
In the waiting lobby, Your Honor, as calm and collected as ever.
I see. Mr. Wright,
Yes, Your Honor?
it appears you have brought about yet another miracle.
Thank you, Your Honor. Couldn't have done it without Edgy.
I think not, Your Honor. Will Powers was innocent. That he should be found so is only natural, not a miracle.
Yes, you're right. Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, not guilty.
Yay! Give him a hug.
That is all. This court is adjourned.
October 20th, 1:12 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3. Lobby number 3, we're in court number 4.
I don't know what to say. Thank you so much.
Oh, I'm just glad you're okay.
Yeah, but it's sad. I know that Mr. Hammer stole my costume. It's bad enough that he wanted to kill Miss Vasquez, but to think he tried to frame me for the murder makes me sad. Tell me why, Mr. Wright.
Huh?
Tell me. Why did Mr. Hammer want to blame me?
Evidence? I want to present the book. Yeah, the kid's book. Well, this is what I think. No. Mr. Hammer wanted to put the blame on you because... jealous. It's because you were the Steel Samurai.
Because we were the Steel Samurai?
Mr. Hammer was a big star once, but he was reduced to acting in a kids' show and as the villain to boot. The kids loved the Steel Samurai, and so he hated you.
I think I understand. He could have just told me. I would have had changed places with him any time.
I think you're missing the point.
Thank you. I'm just glad it's all over.
So am I. This is one of the easy ones you think, hey, got it. Congratulations, WP!
Oh! Thanks to you, I'll be able to don the Steel Samurai outfit once more. I can't wait to get back onto that sweaty costume again and... Is something wrong?
No, of course not. Nick, Edgeworth.
Say something, right? I'm not good at small talk.
Huh? Well, sorry, I wasn't paying attention. That was too bad, Edgeworth.
You don't waste any time gloating, do you?
We literally couldn't have done it without him, Phoenix. No, I really want to thank you. Vasquez would have gotten away if you hadn't stepped in.
Pleased to meet you, I'm Powers. Edgeworth. Big fan of your work, Mr. Powers.
Liar.
Right? I must say I hadn't expected to meet you again after all these years.
Meet again? We were exes in college.
However, in retrospect, it would have been better if we had not met. Thanks to you, I'm saddled with unnecessary feelings.
Unnecessary feelings?
Yes, unease, uncertainty, sudden element of attraction.
Aren't those kind of necessary?
They only serve to get in my way.
What are you, a Doctor Who villain?
You listen to me, Phoenix Wright. Don't ever show your face in front of me again. Outside of the bedroom. That's what I came here to tell you.
Unnecessary feelings.
Mr. Wright? Was that guy your friend?
What? Friends? As if. They're rivals. Rivals, right, Nick? For now, we are, I guess. Huh? Why do I get the feeling I'm missing something? Come on, Nick. Tell me. What's the deal with you and Edgeworth? The writers knew what they were doing. And so the curtain closed on another trial. Hey, I'm speaking here. You can't run away from my questions. Oh, what a shame we don't have time. I caused quite a stir by revealing that accident from 5 years ago. It was the talk of the town. Thankfully, Global Studios rethought its programming change. They went back to making kids shows again. Ah, the Pink Princess. Nick! This is it! The new show starts today! You're gonna watch it with me, right? I'll admit I was kind of surprised. Didn't think they'd seriously go through with it. You have to buy trading cards too, okay? We have to trade with Cody and that assistant. Fine, I'll do it. Isn't it great that WP gets to play the lead again? Did the Pink Princess? Wonder if their show is real face this time. I dunno. I don't think the world's ready for the real Will Powers. Why not? He's a big softie. Tell you when you're older, man. Themed. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Brand new episode's been added. Turnabout goodbyes. Oh, hello. Hello. I'm intrigued there's a parrot. Parrots. This already intrigues me. Get ready. You're gonna have to get ready tomorrow. This'll be all for now. It's the perfect time to end, I feel. It'll be fine. Oh dear. Well, buckle in, boys. This sure is a 1. Is it just gonna save? Zip. Look forward to it. Don't start already. Shush. This isn't happening. It's not been anything. We'll come to this next time. There was a boat. That's as much as we know. But that's our introduction. Look, no, we're clean slate. We've just saved Powers. Everything's grand. We can give him a hug. What a cliffhanger. Exactly, and the cliffhanger is that picture of Edgeworth, and I presume his dad. Maybe. They have the familial, ruffled collar. You're no fair. Also, heads up. Collars are genetic, exactly. We know this. Get a German accent right. I was trying to do a French accent today, and I'm pretty sure it was mostly German. So you know where that goes. Uh-oh. Oh, dear. Well, I apologize in advance. But we'll get there. Here we can go. Do that again. Do the same voice again. I watch a lot of Allo Allo and get very confused. But yay. Hopefully, I hope you all had a good time. Channel my inner Palpatine. Of yours, the story of Das Pelagius Device. Your inner cowgirl. Oh, yeah. Well, we'll see. Cowgirl Palpatine. I'm not drawing that. But yes, I will be back tomorrow with this next case. With apparently Palpatine cowgirls. It's fine, don't worry about it. German cowgirl Palpatine. Yes, of course. I can definitely do all three of those simultaneously. But yeah, with a fetish. Stop! Stop adding things on this buckaroo of nonsense. I'm gonna leave it there, and we'll find out whatever's gonna happen tomorrow. Fetishistic German cowboy Palpatine. Am I gonna like the parrot? I want to like the parrot. Can I get that? Can I have that? Is that something I can have in this game? Can I have the parrot? We'll find out. Don't answer that question. But yeah, hopefully you had a good one. You're smiling at me. Honestly, don't remember. I get attached to weird things. You know, we'll find out, I suppose. But yeah. Thank you for coming along. You will see plenty of the parrot. Fantastic. Do I have to do testimony as the parrot? Don't answer that. I'm not looking forward to it. Parrot better be a witness. Oh, I'm sure it will. I'm sure it will. Thank you for the stream. Thank you for coming. I hope you enjoyed. Yes, back tomorrow with more of this, and then Thursday morning with assembling a comic, hopefully, for May. I keep tapping things on the table, and that's probably annoying next to the microphone. I apologize. But yeah, hope you had a lovely time, and I'll see you all around, and I will leave you with music appropriate for everybody in this game. Have a good one, everyone. Bye 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 bye.